gotta celebrate. If your man look good, better put him away. If you can sweat the weave out, you shouldn't even be out. There no reservations at the pussy, you gon' eat out.
YouTube, it's your girl Simply Billy, and welcome to my YouTube. This is my first YouTube video, and I feel like I should do something that I feel very, very much strongly about, and it's depression. So, if you know anybody who suffers from depression, or even yourself suffers from depression, please like this video, and please make sure you subscribe. Yeah, I noticed I was going through depression when I was about 20, after I had my daughter. My daughter was born in 2014, and I had my biggest breakdown in 2015 after I miscarried my second child. And that was the most craziest times in my life that I've ever had to go through. I could pretty much keep it short. 2015 is when I met my boyfriend at the time, Day, and we was together for a short period of time. You know, being grown, had sex, unprotected, got pregnant. Wind up getting pregnant, and maybe 9 weeks into the pregnancy, I miscarried. I was stressed. I didn't know what to do when I first found out. I didn't know if I should keep it, if I should let it go. I didn't know if I should tell him. It was just too much because I just got out of like the little funk I was in from just having my first child, because at the time my daughter was only one, and it was a lot going on, so I didn't know what to do. But at the moment I decided to keep it, and you know, I just prayed about it. So, you know, I didn't get to tell my dad yet. I was kind of scared to tell my dad because I was still living with him. So I was just pretty much keeping it to myself during that time. And plus it was still early. I wasn't showing, so it really wasn't a big deal at the moment. But me stressing so much, I did not know I was going to miscarry. So on June 14th, I had miscarried my child at 9 weeks. And it was the most traumatizing thing I've ever been through, and it really broke me. Like, that was the, you know, the straw, the hay, whatever it was, whatever the saying is, that shit broke me, okay? Yeah, sorry if I sound like this. I'm really sick right now, but yeah, so that was the last straw that broke the camel's back. That's what it was. But yeah, so I miscarried. I pretty much was alone at the time. You know, I had my best friend there, my sister there, and then the father of my child at the moment, he was there as well. But to actually deal with the actual miscarriage, I was there by myself. Like, it was a lot, you know. But after that, I was in a very dark place because I felt so guilty from stressing so much about things I couldn't change. I actually changed my situation, and that was stressing so much to push me to miscarry. And I felt so guilty, and I felt so bad, you know. But I felt more bad was that even miscarrying, I just didn't want to live. I wanted to be with my baby. And some people might think, well, you were so, you know, not far along in your pregnancy, and it was far enough for me. I heard the heartbeat, whether you guys know that or not. I seen the ultrasound, whether it could have been the smallest fucking speck, a little dot, it doesn't matter. It was in me growing, and I was able to carry. So me miscarrying killed me on the inside, to the point where I wanted to physically take my life away. Just dealing with a traumatic experience in the hospital of miscarrying. Like, imagine one moment you're pregnant, and then you go to the hospital because you're bleeding, and they say, oh, we need you to take a pregnancy test, and you're not thinking nothing's wrong. But you know something has to be wrong because you're bleeding. But you're not really thinking that, but praying, I'm going to say that. You're praying that it's nothing that bad. And I go to the bathroom to, you know, pee in the cup, and the remainings of my pregnancy happens to fall in my hand. Not the cup, not the toilet, but in my hand. That broke me into pieces. And on June 25th, I had committed suicide. I overdosed on 25 Tylenol PMs. I went to the store and brought a bottle. Went back to my sister's house and took the pills. Just kept taking them back. Didn't even care. I just wanted the pain to stop, because after I miscarried, and around that time is when my parents found out that I was pregnant, and it was just like a real, it was a real different type of feeling in the house, because I think they were more upset that I was pregnant. Or I don't even know if they was upset at the fact that I was pregnant, or they're upset at the fact that I didn't tell them. But beyond all that, I took the pills and I was on the phone with my best friend at the time. And I just want to thank her, because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be living right now. But yeah, I was on the phone with her and I told her what happened. But before I even did it, all she could see was like my chest cavity. Everything, the bones and my whole entire chest, she could see. Like, that's how sick I was, to the point where I wasn't eating. I wasn't taking care of myself. It was just too much going on. And she was on the phone with me. I took the pills and I told her, like, best friend, I took some pills. And she's like, how much did you take? I said, well, it's 27 in this bottle and I took about 15 already. She was like, what? She panicked. You know, she cares. But I didn't care. I just wanted the pain to stop. I just wanted to just go back to normal and just stop feeling so much hurt, because during this time, my boyfriend, the father of the child, wasn't there. He wasn't even picking up the phone, and at that time, it was just like, I understand people grieve differently, but all I needed was you to be there and just to tell me everything was going to be okay. And he wasn't. So, me feeling alone, and I wasn't able to talk to my dad about it, because it was just at that moment me and him wasn't talking. And it was like I was kicked out. It was just a lot going on. And it was just results of me trying to be grown and thinking I was ready to be an adult, and I wasn't at all. So, took the pills, and I hear my best friend at the time crying, because she don't want me to go, and she's actually being the first person to know. Like, she's the only person that's knowing what's going on. So she didn't know where I was at, so she had to call my sister, because I was at my sister's house. She had to tell her, like, listen, your sister just took all these pills and I can't get nobody to her. I'm on FaceTime with her and I can't let her off the phone because I don't want anything to happen. So I hear her crying. I already took the rest of the pills that was on the bottle, and I can remember her crying and praying for me. And before I was able to not even be able to speak, I had to let her know, like, please tell my daughter that I love her. Tell Ariel that she is important and this had nothing to do with her, and that it's not her fault. And I don't ever want her to feel as though it's her fault. I told her, just take care of her. Just make sure she's okay. Don't let nobody ever speak bad about me to her, even though I did something so selfish at the time. But she's still crying and she's praying. She's like, best friend, just stay with me. Your sister's coming. So I'm going in and out, and to this point I can't even speak, but I'm so numb and it feels so good. Like, I was really just at peace, and that's all I wanted. But I knew I fucked up. There was no turning back. So now I hear banging on the door, and I know it's the police. She was like, best friend, they're there. Please just stay awake, stay with me. And I look over, somehow they got in the house. I don't know how they got in the house. The door was locked. But they got in because they beat my sisters and them there. And they got in, And I look over and I see my sister, my mom, and her man, her boyfriend. And after that, it went blank. Like, I don't remember nothing, me getting up. I just remember hearing my sisters crying. And I felt so bad because I'm putting people I love go through this pain with me. And it was just like, damn, what else can I do? So, wake up in the hospital. And all I wanted to do was talk to my daughter. But I couldn't leave the hospital. Because now I'm going to be admitted into the hospital in the psych ward for suicide watch. Whew, that was hell. But it was good hell. You know, I got a peace of mind, different perspectives of things, and learning how to deal with depression within myself so I won't ever get back to that point, because I never knew what exactly postpartum depression was until after that happened. And then they actually just said, like, yo, if that's what you were going through. My daughter was 3 months when I started working. I was working one job, and 2 months later, I picked up another job to take care of her. So I was just working, trying to do everything right for her, because I'm thinking, like, it's not about me no more. It's about the baby. I gotta provide for the baby. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta make sure the baby's okay. She's sick. I gotta do this. And not even caring about myself. Not knowing, in order for me to be the best mother to her, I have to be the best person. And for me, like, I can't take care of her and I'm fucked up, you feel me? Like, mentally, emotionally, everything. I was just unstable. But my main focus was like, yo, I have a daughter. I have to take care of her. I have to do this. I have to do that. And I had so much pressure on me due to the fact that my mom wasn't there the way I wanted her to be there. So with my pressure, I had to just, like, yo, I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. And not thinking about, Angelica, sit down. While she sleep, take that breather. You feel me? Because as mothers, when baby's asleep, we try to pick up house chores. Or if we have any downtime for ourselves, we try to make sure the kids is good. We do this, we do that. With our money, we make sure the kids is good. Not thinking about ourselves. If we only have a little bit to eat, we gonna give it to the baby instead of giving it to us. We don't think about that. So it's just like, my self-health and my self-mental state and everything has to go above any and everybody. Because I can't take care of her to my best ability if I'm not good. So, once I came to that realization, I started taking better care of myself mentally, going to therapy and speaking to a psychiatrist, and pretty much just realizing what was the root of all this. Excuse me. And I'm happy I did that. I'm happy I went through that, because it really made me a better person and a better mother. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect at all. I make a lot of mistakes. I make a lot of irrational decisions. And I hurt a lot of people within my years. But I'm still a work in progress. Now I also have another daughter. Now my oldest daughter is 5 now. And I have a youngest daughter. She is 1. Her name is Aubrey. And she's absolutely amazing. She's so funny. She's so smart. You know, she's just amazing. She's a warrior princess. And that's her nickname that I gave her. Because with, you know, she was born back with William. But I'll leave that for another video. But yeah, it's just depression, man. It's not easy. But you gotta do it. For yourself. Not for your kids, not for your parents, not for your friends, not for your other family members, but for yourself. You gotta want to be good for yourself, because before you was mommy, you was yourself. Period. Completely. Before I was mommy to Aubrey and Ariel, I was Angelica. I can't forget who I am in order to be something better for them. So if I need to put them to bed and I go step outside and take a breather, do it. Go take that bath you want it. Go read a book. Go pick up a book and, you know, just write. Do music. See, I do music as well. I write. I try to write, at least. I do music. I sing. You know, like, I try to look into stuff, whether it's retail therapy. Now, I'm not saying go broke. Because I know retail therapy gets me actually pretty calm. And that's, like, my therapy. But don't go broke. But just do things for yourself. Take that walk, you know? Like, take that long walk to the mailbox. You feel me? Like, go another way. Go to the store just to be thinking. You know, put your headphones in and just calm yourself down. Think about your life goals, your short-term goals. Do things like that. And you just pretty much keep it at ease. But also, don't keep it bottled up. If you got a problem with somebody, say it. But in a, you know, peaceful manner, respectful manner. You got a problem with something, just say it. Don't keep any emotions bottled up, because all it's going to do is add up. It's going to fill you up to the point where you can't feel nothing else in. And then you're going to burst. And that's not good. You don't want to do that. So this is my advice to the mommies out there. Understand it's about you, then your child. You don't have to be the perfect mother. You don't have to make 3-course meals a day plus snacks and do all this extra shit. Give that nigga a fucking PB&J sandwich. You know? Give him some cereal. Just to, like, supplement them and give them that proper energy throughout the day. You don't have to make them a full-course meal because you feel like I gotta be the perfect mother. No. No. You don't have to do all that. Just do what you need to do. Not what you feel like you need to do. You'll know. They need to eat. You ain't gotta cook them steak and shrimp and gourmet meals. Listen, chicken nuggets and french fries will become your best friend. Okay? Listen, as long as they eating, that's your only job. Okay? You ain't gotta do all extraness. But I would say, it will be okay, and you're not alone. Depression is real, but it's not uncommon. A lot of women and men are actually going through depression. You just gotta talk about it. And if anybody else is going through it and they need somebody to talk to, I am here. You can, I would say call me, but I'm not putting my number up here. But you can inbox me. You can comment below. We could just talk about it. I have no problem with that. I am here for anybody. I'm all ears. Just hit me up. But yeah, if you like this video, if it helped you a little bit, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you later with another video. Also, since this is my first YouTube video, comment down below and see what else would you like to talk about. I have a lot to talk about. It's just if you want to listen or not. Okay? Deuces.